Brian. How's everybody doing out there? No sun, no hot, no heat. Great, right? Now I turn over to a very dear friend of mine who represents many facets in the community. He's a gentleman, very friendly, very well welcomed into the community, has been in many community organizations. Without further ado, opening remarks by Mr. Eddie Santillan, El Sereno Veterans Monument Committee.
Good morning, El Sereno. Good morning, El Sereno. There you go. I want to make sure they can hear me. There you go. Thanks for coming out, brother. This morning I'd like to take a minute to recognize someone that we lost in the community. He was a coach at El Sereno Park, touched many lives. This gentleman's name is Henry Sereno, who passed away May 15th, 2014. And if we can have a moment of silence. At this time, he's being buried at Riverside. Give me the name, Julio.
National Park.
Riverside National Cemetery. And if we can have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Councilman Jose Huizar, thank you for being here this morning in the great community of El Sereno. It's been a pleasure working with your staff on the El Sereno Veterans Monument Committee. It's almost done. We're getting there. But I'd like to thank Mr. Dan Arguello. You there, Dan? Thank you, sir, for coming out. Thank you to the LAPD. Bernal, raise your hand. There you go. Anybody from the fire department? No? It's all right. I know they're keeping us safe out there. At this time, I'd like to introduce the councilman of the 14th District, Jose Huizar. I got stuck for words. Every time I see you, I get nervous. And I'm not running for office, huh? I want you around for a long time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's give it up for Eddie Santillan and his awesome father who has roots from Zacatecas like I do. Well, thank you very much, and thank you all for coming out to what is a very important day, not only for our great community of El Sereno, but also for our great country. There are people throughout the world today remembering those who have fallen and given their lives for us to continue in the beliefs that we have as Americans. And here in El Sereno, we know that we have a long tradition of men and women who've gone on to many wars. But not only that, we've not only given our fair share as a community to protect our country, but we're a very patriotic community. Everywhere I go, whoever I talk to, we often see it. We don't have to always speak it, but you see how proud El Sereno is of our American country, and particularly for our veterans and those who have given their lives. So thank you very much to the El Sereno community for all you do. I want to give a special thanks to George Cabrera, who coordinates this great event along with a committee with very little resources and manpower. And we know why he does it each and every year, and it's for the love and admiration for his late father, who was a veteran. And thank you, George. Where are you, George? Thank you very much, George, for the work you do and the time you put into this. We really appreciate it. And thank you as well to the men and women in the fire department and the Los Angeles Police Department for their service each and every day. We often think of our veterans, those who serve in the armed forces, and those who serve here locally. with a badge and their willingness to give their lives for our safety. And this past year has been particularly difficult for our men and women in the Los Angeles Police Department, with the number of officers who have recently passed in accidents. So our hearts go out to the families of these individuals, and to also to the LAPD and our family in the Los Angeles Police Department. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much. And to the American Legion Alhambra Post 139, the El Sereno Monument Committee, and the El Sereno Community Coordinating Council, you guys not only do these great events each and every year, but do a lot of wonderful events each year, throughout the year. So thank you so much as well. And it is my honor to welcome all the veterans and families who are here today. Our veterans deserve to be recognized each and every day, as is often said. And veterans here at El Sereno and our surrounding East Side communities have had a long history of military service, like I mentioned. Many of you here today have served in World War II, the Korean War, Vietnam, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. And if you could please stand right now to be recognized and be given a big thank you for your service. And today is a solemn day, a ceremony that we take time to reflect, and it is a ceremony that we think of those who are not here. It is not so much a celebration as it is a vigil, a time to reflect, and a promise to remember. We gather to remember those brave men and women who never returned from the battlefield, and those who passed after. Veterans whose lives were cut short so that ours could be long, fair, and prosperous. Men and women who often weren't able to see their own children grow up so that ours could, protected by the sacred rights that our veterans here today and those who paid the ultimate sacrifice took an oath to defend. I've said this before and I'll say it again, but it is our veterans who have answered the call again and again to protect those rights and really to give us all the gift and infinite power, prosperity through the defense of one word, and that word is yes. It is our veterans and those who gave their lives who defend our right to say yes, that I can express, yes, that we can express our thoughts freely, yes, we can vote, yes, we can live and worship wherever we want, yes, we can pursue the American dream. The power, the significance of that one word yes cannot be underestimated, especially when we know it is meaningless without the men and women willing to defend it. And yes is an affirmation. It's a positive word. It's a beautiful word. But today we honor those men and women who lost their lives and no doubt saw and experienced unspeakable horrors so that we could all say, yes, I can. Yes, I'm an American. This is why Memorial Day is such an important remembrance for all of us. Our veterans and those who passed remind us of what we have in common as Americans. We must never forget their sacrifices. I also want to thank our families of veterans for all their sacrifices they had to make and continue to make during the conflicts that we are currently in. Our hearts go out to all the families who have to endure the word that was given to them when their loved ones could not come back. Liberty is not free, and it is because of these men and women who have answered the call of duty for generations that we enjoy our freedom today. And as someone who is an immigrant, and as someone who is certainly proud of my Mexican heritage and culture, I'm equally proud and fortunate to be a citizen of this great country. And the freedoms that I enjoy as an American citizen, that we all enjoy, would not remotely be possible without the blood, sweat, and tears of our veterans and those who gave their lives. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me the opportunity to pursue my American dream. It wouldn't have been possible for those who gave their lives, like myself, who were able to pursue the American dream, like millions upon millions of other immigrants who come to this country to call home. I would now like to ask that we all remember those who have given their lives, who have died in the service or died afterwards, to think of them not only today, but think of them throughout the year as what you are able to do. Simple little things like take your children to school, wake up in the morning and decide to go take a walk down the park, and everything we take for granted each and every day. Veterans and those who gave your lives, may God bless you. And again, I thank you for your commitment and sacrifice. You've made not only El Sereno a better place, but America a better place, and this world a better place. God bless you all. Thank you.